Likewise, how are you, my friend? Very well, very well.
President Uhuru Kenyatta was on Thursday inaugurated as the global champion for the Africa Adaptation Acceleration Program, an initiative of the African Development Bank and Global Center on Adaptation, which aims to raise $25 billion for investment in Africa's climate program.
That's a patchy claim.
The president was commended by different leaders around the world, including former Secretary General of the United Nations Ban Ki-moon and the president of Africa Development Bank, Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, for his sterling efforts in tackling the climate change challenge.
I can think of no better person to champion this worthy and essential endeavor. From its debut, and even when it was at the concept stage, his voice has carried the message across the world.
It is time to turn exhortation into execution. It is time to turn hope into reality.
In his acceptance speech, President Kenyatta noted that most of the socio-economic challenges facing Africa are attributable to climate change.
People in drought-stricken areas are facing severe water shortages, and cases, unfortunately, of intercommunal fighting over pasture and water are ever on the increase.
The president noted that the Horn of Africa was facing its worst drought in over 40 years as a direct consequence of climate change.
We are living and experiencing this threat, and we are currently in the eye of the storm. For 3 consecutive years, for example, poor rainy seasons in Kenya, in Ethiopia, and Somalia have forced us to face the worst drought in over 40 years.
The head of state said the current situations of the drought, pandemic, and climate change are likely to have negative impacts on generations to come if not addressed.
Before we could recover from the damage done to our economies by this pandemic, we now are currently faced with another threat, the war in Ukraine, that has severely driven up fuel and food prices and also added to our food insecurity.
Environment CS Keriako Tobiko said through President Kenyatta's efforts, the country has grown its forest cover to 12.3%.
Your Excellency, due to your leadership, our tree cover now is 12.13%. We have surpassed.
According to the president, the platform is timely as it lays a broad, firm foundation for economic growth, while at the same time containing the impact of climate shocks. Wanjiro Maina for K24 Newscast.